Hello, everyone. Several of you have asked me to make a bed for Rochelle Goyle, but unbeknownst to you, I had already been working on it for more than a week now. And in celebration of the end of my third day without buying a new doll, I decided to show you how I did it in this video. I started with a smooth foam block from Michaels, and I bought this piece of black and white checkered felt that I used to hot glue on top of the smooth foam block. And this is what came out of that. Next, I wanted to finish the bed a little bit, so I chose this piece of black lace trim. Reminded me a little bit of a cathedral pattern, maybe because of the scalloped pattern at the bottom. And I hot glued that trim to the bottom of the bed, and so it looks like this. To make the headboard, I chose this large wooden plaque from Michaels. It was made by a brand, I think it's Art Minds. I could be wrong. Nope, it's Art Minds. And I like it because it has this, almost this cathedral shape. It's almost shaped like a nave, but maybe like a tombstone too. And I painted it with this Krylon Make It Stone paint. And it did indeed make it look stony in texture, but it wasn't the right color. So at that point, I decided to paint it gray by mixing gray and white paint together. Next, I had a fleur-de-lis from Art Minds again that I also bought at Michael's. And if you'll remember, the fleur-de-lis is kind of Rochelle's emblem. It's on her skirt and it's on her purse. So I decided to paint it pink and hot glue it to the stony gray headboard. And I think that pink and gray looks nice because those are, after all, Rochelle's colors. And now we're done with the headboard almost. And with the footboard, I chose this wooden plaque that I also painted into a stony texture using that same Krylon Make It Stone paint. And then, because it wasn't dark enough, I also painted this footboard gray by mixing gray and white paint together. I actually like how in spots the paint didn't take because it gives it a more stony finish. Next, I found this gate with resin columns from an online fairy garden supplies store, and I thought it would be a perfect add-on to her footboard. And I also bought these 4 little gargoyles off of eBay. He's cute, isn't he? In a grotesque way. And they're perfectly sized for the tops of these resin columns, which I also painted gray. And I think they'll make a really nice footboard for her. Next, I had this Eiffel Tower keychain because, of course, Rochelle is from Scaris, which is the monster equivalent of Paris, and I wanted to incorporate that somehow into the bed. So I have now hot glued together the gate, the Eiffel Tower onto the wooden plaque. And then to hold it up, I painted 2 dowel rods pink, hot glued them to the footboard so that the bed could be level when I hot glued it to the headboard. The footboard's missing one last thing, and it's this fleur-de-lis wooden applique, which I'm going to paint pink and hot glue to the footboard. For her blanket, I chose a fabric that looks a lot like stone, as well as a fabric that has these Eiffel Towers scattered all over it, and they're in really nice pink and aqua colors, which I thought suited Rochelle very well. And then, of course, every blanket needs a trim or 2, and I chose this pink trim with these little pinkish ball shapes, and then this black lace again. And this is the blanket I came up with her. I basically hot glued the stone fabric and the Eiffel Tower fabric to each other, good side to good side, hot glued 3 sides, pulled out the 4th, and then lined everything with the pink trim, and then lined the top edge with the black lace and pulled it down. For her pillow, I had a square of the stone fabric against a square of the light pink felt, and I hot glued on the cathedral lace trim all around, as well as the pink trim. And then I found these iron-on appliques, patches really, and I chose the Eiffel Tower for the stone side of the pillow. And then on the other side of the pillow, I chose the black fleur-de-lis and also the word Paris. Too bad there isn't the word scarus anywhere, so Paris will have to do. And I found more gargoyles off of eBay, these ones slightly larger and darker. I think these little guys are pretty cool looking. Look at him. Won't he scare demons away? He's perfect. And I will be hot gluing them to the tops of the headboard so that they can also keep guard over Rochelle while she sleeps. And they actually hang on pretty nicely using hot glue. So I also hot glued the 2 remaining gargoyles to the tops of the dowel rods, and I hot glued the pink fleur-de-lis to the footboard, as you guys can see. And now it's time to finish the bed. Let's add on her blanket. And now let's add on her pillow. I think I'll use this side with the Eiffel Tower. And voila, the bed is finished. Or as they say in France, fini. And I think the only thing left to do is see how Rochelle looks with it now. Let's take a look from an aerial view of it. And here's Rochelle with her new bed. Ta-da! I think she goes really nicely with it. What do you guys think? Maybe it's missing something. I think I'll use her pet Roo as a decorative pillow. No, that looks quite nice. Well, I hope you guys like it, and I hope you'll let me know in the comments below what you think. And as always, I want to thank you for watching my videos.